show you. I had to bring these in last night. I actually got these at Lowe's probably almost a month ago. They shipped actually about 3 weeks ago when I got back home from Georgia. They were only $1 a piece. I need to get them transplanted, but I've been avoiding it because I know it's been cold. I was able to manage this from last year. My husband kept it alive for me in the greenhouse as long as he could. Had to bring them in because of the weather, because like I said, it's like so cold out there right now. I wanted to bring you into the kitchen to show you what I am working on this morning. Now, this is still Tuesday, the video you saw yesterday about my challenge. Well, this is how I'm going to spend today doing what I need to do. I've already got pretty much, if you look, my kitchen's already been cleaned, well, for the most part. But I want to show you what I got going on here. So let's get started with this. I'm going to be making some soup because it's been so cold. The next 2 days is supposed to be high 50, and it's been in the 80s. Crazy, right? But anyway, you see I've got some broth here from, look, y'all, from 2020. We all remember that year, right? I need to use up this. This is some turkey broth I need to use up. I have all these eggs right here. These are two 18-packs. My daughter gave me 2 packs. She gave me 2 dozen because I don't have these eggs. These are hers. These are from her girls. I forgot what they're called. But anyway, I've got her eggs and my eggs. So basically, 2 18-packs and a pack myself that I need to get turned into egg cups, because all the egg cups I had last week that I made, they're all gone. And then if you come over here, these are the 2 I got this morning already. Come over here, I spent the weekend baking bread, and this is what's left of it. And if you come over here, I made sweet rolls. These were, y'all, I don't know what I did different. You know, you follow the same recipe all the time, but sometimes it turns out different. These are apple. Oh my gosh, y'all, they smell so good right now. These are sourdough apple cinnamon rolls. I made them, and I'm going to be making some more, like I said. But to do that, I had to start my starter here. This is not a typical sourdough starter where it makes its own yeast. This is where you have yeast. Basically, let me show you the recipe. This here is the recipe. Yeah, look, this was from 520. Actually, I've had this longer, but we all know what was going on that time. And anyway, so for this starter right here, this is just 3 cups of sugar, 1 tablespoon of yeast, 3 tablespoons of instant potato flakes, not the buds, and 1 cup of warm water. And all you do is mix all of this into a jar. I like using a quart jar because I'm going to add water eventually. And I started this last night, and then I'm just going to stir this every now and again. And I'm going to let it sit out for about 3 days, because the longer this stuff sits out, the more it's more of a tangy flavor, which is what makes these cinnamon rolls that I made and this bread that I made so amazingly good. And this is all completely homemade. Y'all, it's so good. But anyway, this is kind of what I'm working on today. My grandkids are fixing to come over. I've had 2 loads of laundry going. One is in the washer now, one is in the dryer. I really need to start using my dryer, my solar dryer, my outside clothesline again. Well, since the summer I'm going to, because my power bill last month and the month before, might get into that in another video. It was awful. It was really awful. But anyway, that's what I've got going on right now. So I need to get over here and start making my egg cups. I will actually show you how I'm making them today, whereas last week I just showed you what I did. Yeah, so let me just go ahead and get this started. So we start by showing you what I will put in my egg cups. Of course, we're going to be using all of these eggs. It's going to be a lot. So we'll be using these eggs right here. I'm using some bacon bits that I got at the Dollar Tree store. I showed that in last week's video. We'll be using that. Not the dollar store, at the discount store. I've cooked up some sausage that needs to be used. We'll be adding that because I don't have ham this time. So it's going to be sausage and bacon bits, or bacon. For my spices, onion powder, garlic, and of course I'll be adding cheese. And then I'll be adding the milk to the eggs to make them a little bit fluffier. All of these eggs these are eggs that we've gotten from the past week. Literally, I think my daughter, she's getting like literally a dozen a day. She's got 15 chickens. I have 10 hens, but it's not 10 hens laying. It's the 5 that I got last year. Well, actually, we're down to 4 because something got one of them. But we're going to be doing these eggs here, cracking, mixing them up. They have gotten so big this year, but they are laying regularly now. I'm just waiting now for the snake to show up because that's usually what happens this time of year. It starts warming up. Of course, not today. But when it does start warming up, that snake, which, by the way, he's good to have around because he keeps the copperheads away. But he also gets your eggs, too. So I have to constantly go out there all the time and check for the eggs several times a day. I do have 2 early layers. They lay pretty early in the morning, but most of them are not early layers. So, yeah, we just got to get out there and kind of check throughout the day as far as getting them before the snake starts to get them. Because I don't, like I said, I don't want to kill that snake or get rid of them. Relocating them, trust me, he'll end up finding those eggs anyway. So anyway, here are 18 eggs. Let's go ahead and add. I'm going to go ahead and add another 6 to this because I'm going to start out making them just one at a time. Well, I only have 24, 24 muffin pans, so that's 20. Let's see, I need 3 more. You can see how absolutely rich yellow they are. It amazes me when these chickens graze the way they do that they make the most beautiful green eggs. Okay, so there we go. And since some of these are small, let me just go ahead and add a smaller one more to it. Okay, and I will have to go back and make some more, but I'm going to put these aside for the time. I'm not going to measure it out, or maybe I should. I'm probably going to put about 1/2 cup of milk. Whoops. I'll say about 1/2 cup of milk to all of this. And then I don't really measure. Whoops. I think I need to get the ones opened. I'm going to add about a tablespoon, or what I think is a tablespoon of onion powder, as well as, I'm going to go ahead and dump the rest of this because there's not much left of garlic. Oh, probably going to wish I hadn't done that. Let's go ahead and get them mixed up. Guys, all we're going to do now is take this, put it in the oven for about 15 minutes in order to put a knife or something in it and start it clean. And we're going to have us some instant egg cups, y'all. Awesome way to use a little bit of everything that's in your pantry. Out of the oven, as you can see, they have sunk down. That's pretty much what they'll do right there. So let me go ahead and get these out and work on this last little bit. Here's what I ended up with. These are all my little egg bites. Here we go. I've got 2 little visitors here. I'll show you their feet. I can't show you anything else anyway. So like I said, here's what we got right here. Now you can take these and put them in a baggie, eat them yourself like they are, or you can just simply put them in biscuits, which is what I'll do for Richard's breakfast. I'll just put this in a biscuit, and it's already got the sausage, the bacon, the cheese, the egg. It's 1-in-1. I won't do that. I'll just probably eat these on my own. And then here again, over here, I've got the starter right here, and this starter will be for another video. So anyway, so I hope you like this video. These egg cups are simple. If you got a lot of eggs, it's a great way to use them up. You guys have an awesome day. To the next video. God bless.